This town was one that prospered from Wiltshire's wool trade in medieval times. After that it was the quarrying of Bath stone from the underground works to the south and west of Corsham. The numbers 94 to 112 of High Street are Grade 2 listed buildings. They are known as Flemish weavers' houses, but there is little evidence to support this. It appears more likely to derive from a handful of Dutch workers who arrived in the 17th century. This monument was built to the memory of Charles Mayo, who lived in Ivy House at this corner of Priory Street and High Street until his death in 1895. Perhaps his greatest achievement was to chair the water company that brought piped water to Corsham in 1869. The area occupied by St Park's Church has been a centre of Christian worship for over 1,000 years. There was certainly a Saxon church on this site long before the Normans invaded England in 1066 AD. There have been many changes and additions since then, ending really with a major restoration in Victorian times. The present building dates back to the middle of the 12th century. While standing in the car park facing the church, turn to the right and you'll see a very nice path running down through an avenue of trees. I wonder where it goes to. The stately home of Corsham Court is in the town centre. It stands on a former Saxon royal manor. Unfortunately it's now closed being the evening, so we must be content with a couple of views from the car park. On view throughout the year is a large collection of old masters and various furnished rooms. Coming back from the church, one could be surprised by what appears to be the remains of an ancient castle. However, it's Corsham's Folly, apparently built to exclude prying eyes from the court. Arnold House was gifted to the parish council in 1959 by Miss Joan Picter. It's been used as parish council offices, tourist office, information centre, along with 2 flats. Here we have the historic Georgian house, The Grove, It's opposite the High Street and it's a typical example of upper middle class Georgian architecture. The Corsham almshouses, the Free School and Master's House, were founded and endowed by Lady Margaret Hungerford. They were built to accommodate 6 poor people and to educate 10 poor scholars. It's a fine example of 17th century social provision. These are the arms of the foundress, Lady Margaret Hungerford. They're still in private occupation, are connected at the rear by a charming covered access to the outbuildings. There is a communal privy, toilet to you and I, a water well and 6 small walled yards. The schoolroom still has its original pulpit, box pews, master's chair and pupils' benches. The question was asked earlier, do you know where this attractive avenue leads to? The locals will know, of course, but here's the answer. Walk from Corsham Court to the end of the path and you'll arrive at these wonderful gates. They're situated to the left of the Corsham War Memorial and opposite the almshouses. Take a moment to get close and look back up the avenue through the bars, and it's so popular with adults, children and of course all the dogs. This path was the direct link with the almshouses and Corsham Court.